Hello and hello again.
What's up, party people?
Welcome back to Lex Becookin Live, 3 courses in 30 minutes edition. I'm Chef Lex, as always, right by my side. Sous Chef Naya B. Knowing in the building. We are excited to be back with you again for another edition of 3 courses in 30 minutes. Just watch the little bosses running around in the background. You already know. Let's just wave to the people real quick. Oh man, how you guys doing out there? Again, we're excited to be back here with you for another edition, 3 courses in 30 minutes for your boy Chef Lex, Sous Chef Naya B. Knowing, to battle the clock and knock out 3 courses in a half hour. This week, as every week, you guys chose the recipes and the dishes that we'll be doing. So for this week, we're gonna start off with bruschetta and cru. We're gonna move on to spaghetti carbonara, and then we're gonna hit you with some bananas Foster. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna be lighting things on fire this week. So we're not gonna waste a lot of time with a lot of chitter chatter today. We're gonna get right to it. I'm gonna allow just a minute.
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes.
One more minute?
1 more minute?
30 more seconds?
1 minute. You should do 1 minute.
All right, no, let's get to it. The clock starts now. All right, so the first thing that's going on here is we're gonna set up some things to cook. Naya B. Knowing, Sous Chef Naya B. Knowing is gonna cook this spaghetti. She's gonna get that spaghetti on the stove to get started. Patricia Hudak, what it do? You already know I owe you a call. And I'm gonna throw, for our carbonara, I'm gonna throw this bacon in my pan here. I've got a pan going over here to the side. All right, I'm gonna put it back over there because I'm gonna do a little knife work, but I'm gonna throw my bacon in there. All right, spaghetti carbonara, bacon. There's a little tricky technique here where you gotta add some eggs, but you can't scramble the eggs, right? You just wanna add the egg with some Parmesan cheese so that it cooks really nicely and creamy and turns into a little creamy sauce. All of the wonderful flavors that you're getting in that carbonara. Give me 5 pieces of bread. Sous Chef Naya B. Knowing is also going to be cutting up our cru, right? She's going to be cutting it up with some Italian bread because we're doing a bruschetta. So I'm going to go for Italian bread instead of a baguette today. All right? Come on, you know what it is. Jamaica sweat towel in the building. Oh, SEO. No doubt. Yeah, please manage that with integrity. I will speak soon. Thank you for tuning in, my dear. All right, so now my bacon is in there, in the pan. So now I'm going to work on my bruschetta. Bruschetta, like an Italian salsa, right? Bruschetta, let me get my bruschetta bowl going on right here. Let me move that a little bit to the side so you guys can see some of this knife work happening. Wooly, what it do? BC's in the building. All right, so bruschetta, Italian salsa, tomato, garlic, minced garlic, basil, fresh basil, balsamic, tossed together, salt, pepper, all that good stuff. All right, so let's get right to it. You guys know how I do. Professionally gutting this tomato. All right, cutting both sides. I'm gonna cut a little slit. I'm gonna open it up with my knife. Cut out these guts. I should have had a bag. Oh, I do have a bag for garbage. What? Is somebody prepared? Is somebody a professional? Maybe so. All right, a little fork. Now look, you don't have to use bacon for your carbonara. You can use turkey bacon, but we do swine and dine here. We do like a little pork on our fork, so we do have some bacon happening in here that we're gonna be using. I don't want this bacon to get too dark. I don't want it to leave too much on the pan because I don't want a lot of brown burnt bits. So I'm gonna move this around in the pan. I'm gonna be really careful that it doesn't leave too much fond that burns. All right, now my tomato. All right, so good. You see that I've gutted this thing beautifully. Skills, thank you, sir. Sir Evan of the Wood. Yes, I love it. Oh man, people I grew up with, supporting and repping. It's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys every Wednesday. All right, so now I've got this clean piece to be able to work with. For my bruschetta, I'm gonna do probably 2 of these. I think I have the time to do it. All right, I stack these. I'm gonna cut a nice small dice on them. If I can keep them nice and solid, firm, without letting them move around. All right. Let's get a small dice.
Go with the little one. Go.
Get these into a beautiful little small dice. Plum tomatoes. I like to work with plum tomatoes. They hold their shape, or they're firm. Do I need to do this twice? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do one more. So nice, gotta do it twice. What's our timing? What's our time going on out there? Give me a time check, party people.
You've been on for 3 minutes.
I've been on for 3 minutes. Okay, good. You gotta keep that time. You gotta keep that time. All right? We don't want to cheat you guys out here. 30 minutes straight, right? 30 minutes straight. No commercial breaks, no cutaways. Just us against the clock. Okay, one more time, right? Gutting this tomato. All right, I hold that knife down. Go right across that tomato to get the rest of those guts out of there, as well as the ribs, all that excess stuff that I don't really want to work with. I get a nice clean piece again, same thing. This time I'm gonna cut this in half. This was a little smaller, so I'm gonna just put it right on top of each other, like so. Oh, I smell my bacon. Gotta be checking on that bacon, right? Remember, we don't want it to burn. We don't want it to leave too many brown bits. I'm flipping all my pieces of bacon over. They look really nice. All right? I'm gonna reserve this bacon fat in this pan. That's gonna add flavor for my carbonara. If you guys have ever ordered a carbonara from an Italian restaurant, there's a bit of grease in there. That's usually that bacon. Dumb hard. What? No way. No way. Look. In a couple weeks, I'm gonna be inviting you guys to take the 3 in 30 challenge with me and try to chef up 3 courses in 30 minutes. But I'm gonna set you up though. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I'm not gonna just have you guessing how you can make that happen. I'm gonna set you up. Okay, good. Boom. Again. My small dice. Run through this real quick. You notice that I don't have my Jamaican sweat towel working as hard today because I got a little mini fan. I got a little personal fan happening over here. I got some upgrades. I tell you, my support team is amazing. They are amazing. Okay, good. Now look, my small dice tomato, minced garlic with the no. We use the bear claw technique. We tuck these fingers in so we never in danger of cutting them. Never. Minced garlic, I always keep some on hand. Always have some minced garlic in the house and it'll stay there good for a while. Because you don't want to be mincing garlic in the moment, taking a whole bunch of time to do that. Ooh, prosciutto. You know what? You're right. Prosciutto is not a bad option at all. My minced garlic just getting stirred up in here. I use a little bit, like the tip of a fork. Garlic's very, very, very strong. And there's only going to be about 4 ingredients in here, so I don't want the garlic to overwhelm all the other ingredients.
It's how our bread is looking.
Show them that bread. Oh, give me a little more toast on it, though. Flip those. Give me toast on both sides.
Okay.
A little bit of that balsamic vinegar goes in there. All right. Oh, salt and pepper.
You can't forget the seasoning.
Salt and pepper, meat supply, chef. You gotta have it out already. Salt, boom.
Please go find my phone.
Pepper. Just hit it real quick. Hit it and quit it. All right, let it do its thing. Let it kind of relax and marinate and have a good time. In that bowl together, I'm gonna take a few pieces of this basil. All right, and then we're gonna do a technique we call chiffonade. We're gonna take this basil, we're gonna stack it up.
You got Colombia in the house.
Oh, Colombia, what is happening? ¿Qué te pasa? Contigo. Okay, now, a nice thin ribbon. Nice thin ribbon. All right, I roll it up a little bit.
I need some of this fan action. It's getting hot back there.
You need some fan? Go ahead, take some fan. I got my sweat towel. My sweat towel is feeling lonely. Go ahead, take the mini fan. Take the mini fan. You're right over the stove. You go ahead. All right, chiffonade, right? Thin ribbons happening in there. Oh, salute to you too, Colombia. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to get a chance to take this 30-minute show on the road and visit some of you all that have been watching me. Venezuela, Indonesia, Brazil, Australia, Argentina, and now Colombia. Appreciate you guys being on. Okay, I go. Oh my Lord. My regulars are ridiculous. Okay, now, boom, bruschetta. We gotta make sure we give it a little taste. This looks like first course is about to go down. Let's get this bacon out. Tangy, salty, sweetness coming out of that tomato. Sweetness coming from that basil. Now for our bacon, gotta get this bacon out of here. Bacon looks good. This bacon looks great.
How bad was that movie?
All right, a couple of paper towels. We can pop this bacon out of here, or some of it needs to cook a little more.
This bread is feeling left
little
out,
longer.
but that's okay.
Toasted bread. That's my uncroute. Anytime you hear uncroute, it usually involves some sort of bread. Quite often toasted. I'm gonna put this piece of bacon that's not fully done. There's bacon grease that's kind of accumulated in the corner. I'm just gonna let it sit in there and do its thing. All right, in the meantime, we're getting ready to play dish number one. Already? What are we? How we doing? Okay, good. On time. We're good timing. Good timing. Got it. Okay, let's get a nice, beautiful piece of basil to garnish this bad boy with. Okay. Oh, thank you. Right in time. Right in time with the fan. All right, so those of you that are just joining, I'm gonna take a quick 10 seconds to break down what we're doing today. You guys chose the dishes for today, as you do every week, voting. And we have bruschetta and crude as our first course. We have spaghetti carbonara as our second course. And we've got bananas Foster as our third course. Set things on fire here today. That's definitely what's going down. All right, I'm gonna put a small piece of tomato.
Spaghetti looking good.
Small piece of tomato behind this little bit. All right, let me get three. Let me get three crude. Oh, nice. Let it sit. Let it continue to cook. Beautiful. Spaghetti looks nice. Let it continue to cook. So as you can see, Sous Chef Narbino had a few things going on at the stove at the same time. She just toasted our crude. Let me get the most pretty, beautiful ones.
Beautiful.
The most pretty, beautiful ones. Nice. I like it. All right. She also threw the spaghetti on the stove, and she's going to open that banana Foster. I think this piece of bacon looks good. Let's get this out of here. All right. Let's plate this bruschetta.
I need some butter.
I'm gonna mound up these tomatoes on here. Give it a nice large mound of those tomatoes.
How much butter?
Right on top.
2 tablespoons?
2 tablespoons of butter goes in there. First course, bruschetta and crude. All right, we're gonna set this aside. Let's move on to our second course. Okay, now, second course. Let's get this stuff over here. All right, now, our second course. So I'm gonna turn my flame down. I'm gonna move this pan over here because we're gonna get a good amount of pan action happening. All right, for our second course. A little bit of this minced garlic goes in here just to kind of saute. I don't want it to get too brown. I just want it to sweat a little bit. So I turn the flame all the way off.
Medium flame for the bananas or
Well, low flame so you can melt the butter. All right, now, to make our carbonara, we need a few eggs. All right. Here's one. Here's two. 3 eggs. Boom. All right, now I'm gonna start off. All right, now I want this bacon fat to hit this garlic. All right, I keep the excess bacon fat, not too much. I put 4 pieces in there, so I didn't create too much. But I keep the excess bacon fat in here, as I was telling you guys before. I'm gonna let it work on that garlic. In the meantime, thank you.
I need this.
I'm gonna put a half cup.
Go down.
Let's break this thing down. A half cup of Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan cheese goes in here. Ooh, carbonara, yeah. I love a good carbonara too. There's so much going on in there. And it's really a simple dish, but there's a tricky technique to it. You mess up that technique and you have scrambled egg spaghetti instead of a carbonara. Well, my bling is popping off. I gotta get my bling back to the factory. We worked on. Okay. Now, I also want to let me set this aside because there's something else that I need to add into the mix here. I've turned my flame off so my garlic isn't browning. It's not going to burn. It's browning a little bit, but it's not going to burn. And I actually want a little bit of that smoky flavor in there. When I'm ready to start adding stuff again. Okay, good. Turn it all the way off and just let it sit. Give me a cup of that. Is it ready to drain?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So my spaghetti is ready to drain. Sous Chef Nivy knowing is going to drain a cup of that water for me into a mug, and then she's going to drain the rest of it out. That water has starch in it, right? So I want to use that water to loosen up this sauce when I go to make it, because the starch is going to thicken it at the same time, right? So I won't have a watery sauce. Nice. All right, I'm giving this a nice quick mince. Just real quick, I hope you guys can see this little knife work here. Just a real quick mince going on over here. My pan is cooling down a little bit so my garlic isn't really cooking. It's just sweating. Then I'm gonna get this parsley into my mix with my eggs and my Parmesan cheese. No, the water that the noodles were boiling in has starch in it. It's because it was boiling the noodles, it's some starchy water. And if you notice, you ever go to one of those, sometimes in college, right? You go to the pasta bar where you have different sauces and different pastas. They'll always reserve the pasta water to the side to mix it in that pan.
I'm just gonna pop all the seasonings in the noodles.
Yeah, that's fine. That works. What are we looking at? What are we looking at time-wise? Oh, I think we're doing great. Are we gonna wrap this up early? Are we gonna do a 25-minute? 3/4 of 25 minutes?
Nutmeg.
Where they do that at? On Lex Becookin Live. That's weird. Okay, now.
You said that's the water.
All right, boom. That's my parsley going in. I'm gonna set this aside now.
We got ground cinnamon.
Ground cinnamon going into the mix for the Bananas Foster, cinnamon, nutmeg, spices. And typically we would use for the Bananas Foster, let's get to that in a second. Let's talk a little bit more about this. So now I'm whisking this. The reason why I'm using a whisk is because I'm gonna add some air.
Oh, that's looking so good. We have light brown sugar. And we're gonna throw that into the melted butter.
Now if you know one's getting light brown sugar into the melted butter, we're cutting the bananas whole and right in half. I'm whisking here because I want a little bit of air in here. I want this sauce to kind of be creamy. Fill that up. Fill that thing up with sugar. All right, now I've got my egg Parmesan cream mixture. All right. Now here's the tricky part. All right. I'm gonna take this pan off of my burner altogether. I'm gonna throw a good amount of this spaghetti in there. I'm gonna take some of that spaghetti out. It's too much. It's gonna be a little too much. Where's my fork for the spaghetti? Boom. All right. Get a little bit of the spaghetti out. I want about half as much of the spaghetti. I do like the spaghetti whole. Now look, some of you might cut down your spaghetti because as you're eating your spaghetti, you don't want it to fling the sauce around. I feel you, but that's what spoons are for, right? Use a spoon so that you gather your spaghetti up. Oh yeah. Jamaica sweat towel. You know what it is. All right. So, some of the spaghetti is coming out of here. I think that's perfect amount of spaghetti.
So we're gonna wait for this to bubble?
Yeah. Let that bubble up. Once that bubbles up, get those bananas in there. Did you cut
There's
the
a
bananas?
mixture of the brown sugar, nutmeg, and cinnamon.
Go cut those bananas. Go cut those bananas. We don't want to be arrogant and then run out of time. All right. I'm going to turn this. I'm going to give it just a little just a little more heat because this pan cooled down a little bit.
You got 12 minutes.
12 minutes. All right, we can do it. In the meantime, while I'm letting that pan heat back up, I'm gonna take my bacon. I know a lot of you don't swine and dine. However, including my wife. And then she tried to have the kids not eat no pork. And I'm like, but they have Puerto Rican. That's all right. Go ahead. Go.
Doesn't matter. He said swine is fine.
Thank you.
You swine while you dine. Sure don't. Some pork on a fork. Nope.
That's right. A little pork on that fork. Swine is fine. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this down so that it goes in. Boom. Let's give it a loose chop. Good.
It's split in half on accident because it's so soft.
Bacon's doing its thing. That's all right. That's all right. You got two bananas in there?
Yeah.
If you have some a little overripe, Elijah, call the honorable Elijah. Call Farrakhan. Let him know. I still donate. Okay, good. Now, this warmed up nicely and quickly. Which I was saying with the bananas. If you have some slightly overripe bananas, use those for banana frosting because those bananas are going to soften anyway.
Oh my God, Lex, apparently you look tight Muslim.
I feel you, a little more crisp, but I didn't want it to burn. That bacon burns real fast. And it's going to heat a little more and release a little more of that fat in the pan as well, too. So I don't want to do that now. I didn't want burnt bits of bacon in there, but I feel you. All right. Now, carefully, we're going to add this sauce in. This egg mixture. I'm going to add that bad boy in. We just want it to warm. We want this egg mixture to warm up. We want it to firm just a little bit. Still be a little loose, so we're adding in a little at a time. All right, this pasta's hot. The pan is hot, so it's gonna cook this egg. You won't have raw eggs in here. Instead, it's gonna be a sauce. It's gonna be nice and cheesy. What's happening out there?
Somebody says you look Muslim. You look kind of Muslim, and apparently you're about to be selling bean pies next week.
Is that right? Is that right? I wonder who said that. I wonder who said. Let me tell you, I love a good bean pie. That's good. Toss those bananas in there. Oh, we're close. We're close. We're doing good. So now look again. You see that mixture? It's saucy. It's nice. I'm gonna add. It's cooking through, right? So you're not gonna have raw egg mixture. Instead, you're gonna have a nice sauce. I'm gonna let it firm just a little bit. Then I'm gonna loosen it with my pasta sauce. All right. Toss this a little more. We're gonna get.
Oh, you hear that, sizzling?
Salt.
I need to make it.
Not too much because that bacon is already very salty, so not too much salt. Parmesan is a little salt too. A little bit of pepper. All right. And now a little bit, just a little to loosen it up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now, I do want my sauce to thicken. Peas are gonna go in here. I love carbonara with some peas in there. Adds a little bit more color as well. Let's sweat towel this situation up right here. Thank you. Thank you for the fan. Fan came back. Fan came back in the mix.
Ooh, it's sizzling.
All right. Peas are gonna go in. I'm gonna put half this can in. I don't want to overwhelm it with the peas. So just half that can. I mean, this really does look like a nice sauce. But I want it to thicken just a bit. So I'm gonna throw it back on this pan, back on the burner, and just let it heat up. Let it come to a little bit of a boil. 5%. I grew up with some 5%ers. Yes, I did say little bit of pepper. I did indeed say little bit. A little bit more sauce just to loosen it. A little bit more of this pasta water. All right, we want to taste our sauce. Make sure that it's salty enough.
Good.
Yeah. Show them.
Look. Look at this beautiful day.
I need more cheese in here. Let me move this over so you guys can see it. I need more cheese in the mix here.
Should I turn off the flame here or not?
Yeah, turn that flame off. Turn that all the way off. All right, more salt. It was lacking a little bit of salt. Lacking a little bit of bite too. I'm gonna add a little more pepper. Not too much salt because again, when I throw the bacon in there, that's gonna add a whole heap there. All right.
Are you ready for a plate yet, sir?
Not yet. Almost. I'm almost there.
How he voted on the
Okay.
next dessert already?
Some of this. Who voted on next week's dessert? Who did that?
Thomas.
All right, I'm gonna put a few fresh cherry tomatoes in there for garnish purposes. If I get this open, if I can get this thing open. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Oh, that's the dessert they want next week is bean pies.
Ridiculous.
What do you need help with?
Ridiculous.
Cleaning up?
Yes. Boom. Sous chef in the building. Make for an enjoyable meal. Already on the cleanup. Already on the cleanup. Okay.
Let's clean up later.
Oh man. This really came out nicely. All right, so this is exactly what we wanted here, right? We wanted a creamy sauce. I don't know if you guys can see that there. We wanted a creamy sauce. My peas are all on the side. We'll get those mixed in. We wanted a creamy sauce. We didn't want to see any scrambled eggs in there, but we also want to make sure that these eggs are cooked through, which they are. And most importantly, we want a nice like background cheesy flavor to this.
5?
Yeah. Next. Last but not least.
Oh, these bananas are smelling so good.
Bacon's gonna go
Extra
in.
scratch and sniff.
You guys got 5
Please.
minutes left, by the way.
5 minutes? Okay, good. Okay. Now, plate, bottom plate. Oh man. Okay, let's move this. Let's move this over.
There you go.
Thank you, sous chef. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, go ahead. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Okay. Going on this plate, our carbonara. What's happening there? What's the...
Feel it to make sure that the air is going your way.
That's how you know you got a good sous chef. She's in the mix, making sure that I'm getting hit with the air. Okay. How much time left?
4 minutes.
4
Oh,
minutes.
boy.
Oh,
Okay.
boy. You gotta do things with the
Boom.
bananas. You want me to put this out of your way for you?
Yes, please. Thank you. Pasta carbonara, spaghetti carbonara, bacon in there, peas, parsley garnish. Okay, so this is hot. Boom, bananas Foster. Yes. Now, how do we make a good bananas Foster?
Oh boy, I
The
want to be
key-
here for this.
The key is setting it on fire. All right, you got to get a good rum to do that. Like I said, if I got the Jamaican sweat towel in here, then clearly I got the Uncle Ray happening. You already know. So we're just gonna give it, boom, a little bit. Ooh, almonds. Crush those almonds right there. You can take this pot and crush those almonds.
Take the pot.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Smash it right in that bag. All right, guys. Oh boy, Bananas Foster, like it's gotta be an overproof rum. At least 80 proof to 100, 150 proof. All right, so that it can set on fire. Okay, we'll swirl this around and let it caramelize. All right, let it caramelize that whole bit of banana going on in there.
3 minutes.
Flame still happening. Whew. Okay, good. I'm gonna get this. Good, done. Brilliant. Ice cream me.
Oh no, flip side.
All right, so we've got
Ice cream.
dark chocolate dusted almonds for a garnish. We got some ice cream. Where's that scooper?
Ice cream. I think I brought it to you. I brought it to you.
Our
right there.
beautiful.
It's right there. I brought it to you.
Sweet. Come on. Already on point. I should have known.
Yes, Thomas. Yes, and ice cream.
My bananas Foster.
Let's scoop this way.
I'll scoop it. No worries. No worries. I'll scoop it on. All right.
2 minutes.
Ooh, I can smell.
Vanilla ice cream. Ice cream scooper, the fancy one, because he bougie.
Thomas said your hand is a scooper.
I can smell that Ray and Nephew. Smells like college. Smells just like college. Okay, banana sauce goes all around here, right? That banana rum sauce. We get the last pieces of this banana Foster on here.
Can I take this away for you?
Yes, please. Sous chef business. 2 beautiful scoops of ice cream go right on top.
1 minute.
Down to the wire.
Gotta have all 3 dishes. Wait.
Down to the wire. Bring the other 2. Bring the other 2. Let's dust this thing. Oh, let's garnish it. What?
Naya.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Did we do it?
We did.
Did we do it?
We did it.
Talking about up in here, Lex be cooking. Chef Naya be knowing. 3 courses, 30 minutes. As always, we here. Look, first course, bruschetta, right? And crew, nice toasted.
Second course.
Spaghetti carbonara. Throw some peas in there. Throw some bacon in there. Third course, bananas Foster. You saw it get lit on fire. You know what it is. Oh my goodness. Once again, I'm going to send this over to our studio audience to begin enjoying that bananas Foster right away before that melts. I can't take a picture of that.
Okay.
It's gonna melt.
Sorry, production team's asking if I can take a picture, and rightfully so, but that's going to melt.
Alicia, can you help?
Listen, once again, come on in here. Come on, man. Come on. She's what? 6th grade? 7th grade?
7.
Come on, son. Y'all not. Come on. Cut it out. So listen, much appreciated. You guys spending another half hour of your Wednesday checking us out, seeing us do our thing. Throw some peas on that bit. Bog is what's up. You know what it is. Oh man, check us out again next week, Wednesday. Mondays, I'll post the vote for you guys to determine what you want to see us cook in our 3 courses in 30 minutes. And as always, we appreciate you joining us for another episode of Lex Be Cooking Live. Enjoy the rest of your week. See us on Friday. Lex Be Sipping. Ask questions of your local friendly chef, and I'll have answers for you. Send it to my DM. Let me know. All right? Once again, much love to y'all.
Thanks. Peace.
He said, be